you know what? I do want to say, like, it's a very human emotion to go through these things. I'm not I'm not I'm not trying to say at all that, like, having these feelings are in any way bad. It's only it uh only gets kind of shaky. It gets on shaky ground when it's how you respond. It gets on shaky ground when how you react. When you react before processing it. You know, you know, I don't know, like, imagine all the time. I could imagine all the times that I could have, like, reacted a certain way and like hurt somebody, or lashed out at somebody because of the primal, like, animal dumb emotions you be having, right? Like dude, like, feeling jealousy over someone. Like, when I was a kid, I, like, got so upset when one of my closest friends was talking to another person, and I thought, oh, my friend will it doesn't like me anymore, doesn't want to be my friend anymore. Like, it happens in childhood, like as early as childhood, where and then that, like, if you don't regulate it, if you don't try to process it, you never truly understand how you feel about it, why you feel about it, and then address it. Like, oh, I don't feel secure in this friendship. Oh, I don't feel secure in this relationship. That's the reason why I keep feeling like they're gonna leave me, or I'm gonna lose them, or they're gonna betray me. Like, those types of things. It's like, that means you just gotta find a solution. Find a solution, find a way to regulate yourself, or have a conversation with this person that you're with. Like, have a conversation with the friend, or the boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Same with jealousy. Um, reflect. Just reflect on why you feel the way you feel. Work on it. If you feel inadequate, try to do things that make you feel like you're competent. Try to gain confidence in yourself, but with little small achievements. You know, like, if you know that you focus on the things you're good at, and then go from there.
Relationship wise, there's been quite a few times where, let's say, I had a partner, specifically, wanting to touch on the romantic aspect, because like friends and family is different. It's easy to wrap your mind around the friends and family stuff. The relationships, they're kind of different. Um, if and by if I mean this has happened in the past, someone that I have a relationship with, that I love the person, or I have a romantic relationship, that I have really deep feelings about this person and I want as much of their time as possible, has always kind of been supported by the idea that at any given time I could lose that person. Even the first time when it happened, uh, it caught me off guard because I just never believed that it was going to happen given the health of the relationship at the time. I got caught completely, like, how does they say, with my dick in my hand, surprised or whatever. I just didn't know. And perhaps
That's
it's
one
just
way
my
to
own,
say
like,
it.
being oblivious to it. Uh, I had no idea if the person was showing me all the signs that they're breaking away, or I saw them kind of breaking away as them wanting their own space, or I couldn't even really tell you. Maybe again, I'm probably just oblivious to it. But given the idea that I was completely in understanding and I could lose the person, it didn't make me any less upset or gave me any emotions like of being angry or whatever. But I don't know. Would you consider that anger being jealousy? I just don't see it that way personally, but it could be that. And the thing is, and this is a funny reference, many people would know it. When you play the game Skyrim, in the first town you meet up, there's these two dudes who are interested in the same girl, and one of the ones that you talk to, or maybe even either, it says something like this, and the quotation is like, "Oh yeah, like two people spending enough time together never blossoms into a relationship or whatever." And to me, that's kind of it. It's it's never been, or I don't think at least it has been, ideas that I have negative feelings towards someone that I'm with spending time with someone else. Is that I understand when someone does something, right? They sleep together or whatever, and they say, "Oh, it was a mistake." And then someone could say on the other, like, "How could it possibly be a mistake? You know, you chose to go there. You did all this stuff. I told you I wasn't happy with it, and you did it anyways." And maybe in that sense, you could say it wasn't a mistake. It was something that person chose. But you have to understand that human beings sometimes are not that simple. It could perfectly be that it was just a matter of convenience at the time. You might have not had any feelings for that person. It's just that you were at the right place, the right time. The whatever thing that was supposed to happen happened, and all of a sudden you realize you're in too deep to turn away, because ultimately you're probably going to want to do what you're doing anyways. There's a reason why you're hanging out with the person. So I could have been wrong on that, but having been confronted with stuff like in the past, saying like, "Oh, Circus, you're being judgmental, or you're being jealous, or you're being controlling, or you're being insecure." I don't think it's insecure to understand that people spending enough time together could blossom into a relationship or blossom to feelings, because I've seen it
Yeah.
before. I've seen people who really at first don't like each other be forced to just spend enough time with each other, either at work or at church or at some type of like event where you're stuck together for a week or two, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're giggling and laughing together, and they just don't feel that way anymore, right? So setting up boundaries where you say like, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable with you spending time with this person the way that you are. Um, if you want to call that jealousy, then I guess in that case you could say I've been a jealous person." But
No.
I don't
For me,
I don't know,
no.
man.
I don't think it. I don't think it qualifies as jealousy because it comes from a place of practicality and protection, not fear.
Well, when you have to kind of say, it's not that I want to protect a person, like they're not capable of making their own decisions. I
No,
want
no,
to
no.
protect a
You're
relationship.
trying to protect the integrity of your relationship. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want to make sure that I make
Yeah,
that clear. I
and
don't
that's the
feel like
thing.
I.
And that's the thing is like you're not. In my opinion, I don't think you're even forcing it on them. You're just like, hey, these are my boundaries. This is what I'm okay with. This is what I'm not okay with. And if you're not okay with it, then we don't have to be together. You know.
The be together is the thing. So if there was a girl that I knew that I was interested in her, I felt a certain type of way to her, but she also felt the same way. At the same time, she wanted to spend time with all her friends and stuff. I mean, we could just be friends with benefits. We could just like, if ever it happens, it does happen. But I'm never gonna find myself in a situation where I want to commit to someone and not expect some type of
Commitment back. Yeah.
boundary to be respected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
If
Commitment calls for commitment. So I respect
yeah,
that. And that's the thing is everybody's boundaries are different. I might be cool with the guy that I would be cool with him hanging out with a group of friends, even if they're a group of girls and guys. But you might not be cool with that. With your girl hanging out with a group of girls and guys. That's your version of a relationship. That's not.
I don't even trust her hanging out with a group of girls. I don't trust them bitches. Are you kidding me?
It depends
Why?
on. Okay, it depends on. For me, like I don't know. That's a little too much. Like I said, for me that sounds too strict. Okay, that's what I'm saying. To me, that sounds too strict. You need to chill. But that's your. But that's your right. That's how you would want your relationship to go.
You know,
Um.
I mean, maybe I'm gonna just exaggerate here, but I know how these girls talk, bro. Like, while she's there, they're like, "This motherfucker, he doesn't do shit for you. He doesn't treat you well. You could do so much better than this
Okay,
motherfucker."
you
And then
don't
just
know if her
over
friends are gonna be like
over
that.
time.
You don't. Okay, I've had girls that are friends, and we don't talk. Okay, the girls that I've been friends with, we don't talk about shit like
You see
that.
that hesitation? You know what I'm saying, right?
I know what
You
you're saying. I know there's girls that do talk like that, and you know what? I don't associate myself with them. No, I'm kidding. I don't
Oh, you
usually.
do
I'm
though.
not. I don't. I just don't usually become friends with those types of girls. I usually rather the shit I want to talk about with my girlfriends are like I just want to talk about whatever hobbies I have, whatever creative thing I'm doing, whatever like thing that I'm up to. We just talk about the shit we're up to. I don't even talk about any of that stuff. Unless obviously I'd talk about other guys with my girlfriends, like guys I think are cute, guys that I like or a guy that I like or whatever. But that's like Once I'm in a relationship, then I'm like, I'm not gonna be talking about that stuff with somebody unless it's the guy I'm with. That's how I am.
They,
But
they could be in a they could be in a group together, and then they know you're in a relationship, but they also know that there's this other guy who's been looking at you or who likes you. It's like,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah, no,
he
dude.
likes you. Why don't you
Okay, I've
go
had
over
I've
there?
had like acquaintances that try to be my friend, right? I've had them try to get me with this guy, that guy. Okay, when I tell them that I haven't dated around a lot, I've had friends that like, well, not friends, acquaintances, girls that were like we were trying to hang out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not really like, I don't really like, I haven't been really around much, I don't know a lot about dating, and then they're like, we have to get this girl on a date. We need to go to the clubs together. They were trying to push me to be like them, and I was just like, no, I'm not that. That's just not how I want to be. That's not who I choose to be. I That's the thing. That's why it's hard for me to relate to girls my age, because like they just want to live a different lifestyle than I want to live. And if you and I'm in my experience, it's hard to stay friends with them because they see you as an outcast or an outlier, and you're not conforming. And I wish like I would still be their friend. They didn't need to conform to me, but they put the pressure on me to conform to them. And I'm not that type of person. I'm my own person. I am who I am, and I don't let people or pressures dictate how I'm gonna be or what I'm gonna be. And so, I just end up not fucking with them. You know?